All right, welcome to the relationship show. This woman writes this post. I think I might have found the one on my first try, but everyone is telling me that's impossible. And don't get your hopes up. Should I listen to them? Is there certain truth to this? She says, my boyfriend and I have been dating for 2 years now. We're in our early 20s. Neither of us were in a rush to lose our virginity or anything. Neither of us dated much or for long in high school slash college because we were waiting for the right one, in quotes, so to speak. We were both virgins when we met. Since then, we have been each other's first for everything besides kissing. So you're getting like negative feedback, but it's like studies show that if you have like many like sexual partners, there's a higher divorce rate within that. And so it's like less sexual partners, there's less of a chance statistically for a divorce. She says, our communication is through the roof. We agree on everything. Yeah, okay, that can be good, but it's like, it's good to have the same values, but you don't have to agree on everything, or you don't, especially if you're the guy, like don't change your opinion to match hers just so you two are like trying to build rapport or whatever. You need some of that conflict. You need to stick up for what you believe in as well. But just be watch out for that one. Um, but it is good to have that commonality. Our morals are a match. We have the same lifestyle when it comes to being frugal, and we persuade one another to pursue our life choices in order to benefit each other's future. That's awesome. It's like having a partner that can really help you and support you, in both, men and women supporting each other, going towards their goals in life. That's a huge part. Growing together is a huge part of relationships. And that thing, I mean, from what you're saying so far, it sounds like a pretty good relationship. A lot in common, low body count as far as, sex number, um, a lot of interests. You seem to like each other. Everything we do for ourselves is for the benefit of our future together. Yeah, you're working towards a goal. We've never fought or gotten nasty. Great. I mean, that kind of just presupposes, just like eliminates all the presuppositions. Like people who argue, like guys who argue with women, typically don't understand women, or they have negative experiences in the past with women. And they're kind of just like putting that on the other person. But it's much better way. If you understand women, you're not going to argue with women. We have respect for one another, and we can both feel that. The only issue with our relationship is when I tell other people about it. We fully intend on getting engaged soon. When I tell my closest friends, family, this, all I get is negative reactions. And so always look at the other person. It's like, who's giving you this feedback? Do they actually know what they're talking about? Do they actually succeed in relationships? Or have they quit on relationships? So look at this feedback she's getting. She's, I'm glad to hear you're happy now, but don't get your hopes up because the first relationships never last. It's like your no, your relationship never lasted. It's like And another one here is, girl, you can't marry your first boyfriend. You need to sleep with multiple men before you realize what you want. Yeah, dude. It's like that advice. I mean, statistically, if you look at the stats, it's like people with multiple partners have a higher likelihood of divorce. So, I mean, her saying that is just like the complete wrong thing. If you're looking to stay in one relationship and stay in one marriage, you know, or you're going to get divorced if you marry your first boyfriend. Both of you are too inexperienced and one will end up cheating. I mean, what the fuck kind of rationale is that? It's like total generality on somebody. It's like, so look at this advice you're getting from friends and family, and she's actually even considering this stuff. Because she's in her title, she says, should I listen to them? It's like, no, I mean, the vast majority of people don't know how relationships work. They don't know how to replicate success in relationships. They might get success, a few times, basically just by chance, luck, whatever, but along the line they're going to mess up because they don't know like the definite rules and principles that go with relationships, dating, pickup skills. And so it's like they'll mess up along the line, and then they'll be like, what the heck, and then they'll quit on relationships, and then they'll give friends bad advice about relationships because of their failures. So it's like you can't listen to friends who think they want to give you relationship advice unless you absolutely know for sure 100% that they know and understand relationships. She says, we are happy as all hell, and yet everyone who I trusted before is telling me that this relationship can't work, in all caps. Am I being naive as fuck and these people are right? No. Or are these people just being nasty / jealous? Yeah, I'd say it leans more towards that. I know I can't tell the future and there's no book of love, but there are, yeah, maybe so, but there are principles and things that you can learn with attraction. I mean, it's like, it is definite principles. I mean, it's like, I'll go through it again. It's, the 3 U's of femininity: unseen, unsafe, not understood. Those are like the 3 main pain points, really, or like stress points with women in the feminine presence. Men, being closed when your woman's not like opening up to you or expressing her feelings, being criticized, being controlled. Those are the main pain points with men. And so it's like a lot of the, well, really almost all the problems will, derive from something along those lines with those pain points. And so it's like, just avoid those pain points. That's a good one. Manage the space. You have to, manage like the certainty and uncertainty in relationships. You can't just get too like caught up in routine and certainty. You have to mix it up once in a while and just have like that balance between the certainty and uncertainty. um yeah, managing the space between you and them. It's almost like, there's a jujitsu quote. It's like, jujitsu is like managing the space between you and them. um and but I mean, it's just like same values, lots of these things, but you're already doing so many things right in this relationship. And it's like, yeah, I get that you're worried because you don't have any reference, and it's more tough to like filter out people that don't know what you're doing if you don't have experience than really anything. But I think you are on the right track, and I think that's great, and you've got a great setup. And so, go for it. If this is what you want, go for it.